Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm Chef Azara, and if this is your first time here, welcome to my kitchen. So today I'm trying out another recipe. It's by Aunt Tabitha Brown, but I honestly combined it with so many other recipes that it's just gonna be like a little combo. So I'm gonna be trying out carrot dogs. Like, I've been craving hot dogs since I've been on this vegan journey, so I'm gonna be giving carrot dogs a try. And I'm also gonna be showing y'all a recipe for some vegan baked beans, and I'm just gonna make some corn on the cob. So if that sounds interesting, keep watching. All right, so I'm gonna get started. So I'm gonna wash these carrots first. So the first thing they said, wash the carrots, peel the carrots, and then you're gonna measure them to the bun so that it can be like bun length. So I'm just gonna give them a wash, and then I'm gonna peel them. Like, I don't know, I've seen so many different reviews on it, like, oh, it's not good, and then I've seen so many that are just like, it tastes just like hot dog. So we'll see. Into a bowl. I'm excited about this chili though. And I'm also excited about the coleslaw. Like, I love slaw dogs. Some people think I'm a psycho for it, like putting coleslaw on my hot dog, but it's good. And honestly, the most of the time, the people who tell me that's disgusting, I've never even tried it. Like, make that make sense. Because honestly, it's just perfect. It's like crunchy and cold and hot and salty and sweet. Stop. So now, I'm going to measure them to the size of a bun. Okay. I'm going to cut off this big thick end because it's just not giving me hot dog vibes. Like, there's no hot dog in the world that's good. And I might even OD a little bit and kind of like round up. That's too much. I'm not going to do that. Alright. So now, I'm going to go ahead and make the little mixture that you're supposed to boil it in. It's not actually a lot of ingredients. Like, Tabitha Brown's only used like maybe 5 or 6, but I added some other ones too from some other people's videos because it was just like, I like the way that sounds. So, Tabitha said 2 cups of water. I'm going to use 2 cups of vegetable broth instead. Kind of switch that up a little bit. I'm going to do 2 cups of vegetable broth. Some apple cider vinegar. I'm going to use 2 tablespoons. That's open. So 2 tablespoons apple cider vinegar, 2 tablespoons of liquid aminos, which is basically like a alternative to soy sauce. I think it's vegan. I don't know what about soy sauce isn't vegan. I really have no idea, but they said this is vegan, so I just got it. Liquid smoke. This stuff smells so good. It smells like a barbecue. It smells so good. I've never used it before. I'm excited to see like what it tastes like. So 2 tablespoons of this. 2 tablespoons of ketchup. 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. I don't even know what Worcestershire sauce is. This is good. Like, what is this? A1. A1 sauce. I love A1 sauce. 2 tablespoons of that too. And then, this is a lot. 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. They said to add something sweet like maple syrup or agave or like honey, just because everything else so far has been like really acidic. So you kind of like balance it out, I guess. So 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. Oh. And the last ingredient. This guy on Pinterest, I don't remember who he was, but I will tag him in the description. He put 2 tablespoons of pickled jalapeno juice in there. And I was like, that smells delicious. So, here, I was about to just put that in there. Let's try it. Alright. Bring this to a boil. And now I'm going to get started on the baked beans. So I have 1 can. I should have gotten 2. But it's okay. So I got 1 can of chili beans that I rinsed these off and drained them just because I didn't want them in chili sauce. I just wanted them kind of plain. So we're going to add that. They still have some on there, but it's okay. I'm going to add the rest of this. So I think this might be like 1 tablespoon. Yep. So 1 tablespoon of maple syrup. We're going to add some chili powder. maybe like keep up, see the flick of the wrist, just a little, you know. And I'm gonna taste it at the end to see if I need to add some more. So that might have been like a couple shakes. I don't know. I don't know how much that was. Some paprika, because I want it to have like this deep color. So I want to add like a half of a teaspoon of that. No, like a teaspoon of that. That's like a teaspoon. And then we're gonna add some. Just you gotta read. Some, oh, not garlic salt. I need garlic powder. Also, y'all, my liquid is boiling. So I'm going to add these carrots in there and then let them boil for 10 minutes. I'm going to set a timer. Back over here. Some garlic powder. I'm going to use like a teaspoon of this. That smells so good. Some crushed red pepper, because I like mine kind of like sweet and spicy, you know? It's like me. So maybe like a half of a teaspoon of red chili flakes. Some ketchup. So I'm gonna do about, I'm gonna measure this for y'all. 1, 2, 4 tablespoons. Let's do 4 tablespoons of ketchup. I'm gonna do some brown sugar. I was gonna say some molasses. Molasses would be really good in this too. And if I have molasses in my cabinet, that would be really random. I'm gonna look, because I feel like I might. But if you don't have molasses, you don't have to add it. But if you do, add like 2 tablespoons of that too. But first, brown sugar. So, a couple tablespoons of this. Now let's do like 3. All right. Some cinnamon. So, let's see. About about a teaspoon of cinnamon. That wasn't enough. That wasn't a full one, so I'm gonna fill it up. Teaspoon of cinnamon. Oh, some vegetable broth. I'm gonna do half of a cup of vegetable broth. And now we're gonna give this a little stirry stir. Okay. But let's look for this molasses. I feel like I'm lucky today. If I have it. Oops. It almost been cocoa powder everywhere. Y'all, look. See, I was supposed to make this. Look at that. So if you have some molasses, which you probably don't, because who just has molasses? Weirdos, like, what? So let's do like 1 tablespoon of that, just because I've already added 4 tablespoons of brown sugar and I don't want to sweeten it up too much, you know. So give that a little stir. And then we're gonna pop this on the stove and bring it to a simmer, and then we'll finish it in the oven as soon as I make sure that the flavors are where they need to be. So I'm gonna pop that on like medium. All right, so now for the coleslaw, which is my favorite part. 3 tablespoons of veganese, some yellow mustard, maybe like 1 tablespoon, 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, 1 tablespoon of honey, raw honey, preferably, some fresh black pepper. So yeah, the last ingredient is going to be some lemon juice. I'm just going to cut a lemon in half and just squeeze some of this in there. Use the whole thing. On that. All right, thank you. So then after they're boiling for 10 minutes, you turn them down a little bit and then put a lid on it and boil it for another 10 minutes. Okay, so let's give this a whisk. And this is gonna be our dressing for our coleslaw. This is a lot. I would have to make a lot of coleslaw to use this. So I'm actually going to pour some of this out. Okay. Doing too much. I'm going to pour my dressing. That's actually a little thin, to be honest. I'm going to add one more tablespoon of mayo. Just to thicken it up a little bit. And then I'm going to taste it. I was missing some honey. That ain't it. That's not it. So I'm going to add another couple tablespoons of honey because that's not sweet enough. I'm like, why did I? Whatever. So I think that's going to do it though. All right. Yeah, that's it. All right, that's good. Let's pour that over there. I just bought the store-bought because I like my life simple. So it's still a little bit in here, but let me scrape some of that down. We're gonna use the same bowl to make our coleslaw in. Just gonna add a couple handfuls of coleslaw mix. This is simmering. So I'm gonna taste it now and see what I need to add. And then if I don't need to add anything, I'm going to finish it off in the oven and bake them. Because you know they're called baked beans. So they're not called like stove beans. So I'm going to bake them. Alright. The sauce looks really yummy. I hope it tastes as good as it looks. It's good, but it's missing something. It's missing like onion powder. So I'm gonna add probably like a half of a teaspoon of onion powder. All right. And then I'm also going to add a little bit more chili powder to that. I'm trying to figure out what is missing. So I'm going to add a little bit more chili powder to this and turn it down a little bit. Boiling out of control. And then some accent. That's what is missing. It says, see, this stuff says it wakes up your food flavor. And she sleeps, so let me wake her up a little bit. Just a little sprinkle. Give it a stir. Beautiful. Yep. All right, so now I'm gonna turn it off. And I'm gonna let the oven preheat. Should have been doing that. So, and then, you know, when it preheats, I'll throw it in there for like 15 minutes. So here, I have my coleslaw. Start off with a couple tablespoons. We don't want it like drowned in here. And give it a little toss. That looks like it could use a little bit more. All right, I'm gonna do a little bit more black pepper. And then I'm gonna taste it. Because at this point it's done. And then pop it back in the fridge so it can get cold. Perfect. Okay. So now for the chili, I'm going to be using the Impossible beef, 1 onion. So that should be plenty because we're only going to use half. That's what those baked beans are missing. I have a half of an onion. That's all I'm going to use because, again, I'm only using half of this ground beef for my chili. The other half I'm going to use to put in my baked beans. Now, hear me out. If you've never had ground beef in your baked beans, honestly, I really do feel bad for you because that's how baked beans should be made. Like, that's how my mom always made them, and they're amazing. Like, you have to try it. It sounds crazy, but try it. And since this is vegan, we're going to be using our vegan beef instead of regular ground beef. So this is on medium-high heat. I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil to the pan. Where's my olive oil? I know I poured it out. Oh, here it is. It just fell. All right, so we're going to add a little olive oil to our pan, maybe like a tablespoon. And then we're going to add all of this beef, and we're going to separate it after it's cooked. So I'm going to add it all. So yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and ground all of this up. I'm going to season it while it's over here too. Alright, so we're going to season it with a little bit of chili powder. About a tablespoon of chili powder, actually, to be exact. Some onion powder. It's like a big clump in here. That's what the problem is. It's like a big clump. There we go. About a half of a tablespoon of onion powder. A couple dashes of accent. That's optional. Some ground paprika for some color. Some minced garlic, like a tablespoon. I can eyeball this, so I'm just gonna throw it in there, but about a tablespoon. That's so crazy how much this looks like ground beef. Add a little bit of salt. So that was fast. This is already cooked. So I'm gonna take half of this and throw in here with our baked beans. So we're gonna add about half of that to the baked beans. Now, if it made them a little bit too thick, we're gonna add a little bit more vegetable broth just to thin it out. Maybe about another half a cup, just to thin it out some. Throw this in the oven for, again, like 15 minutes. Alright, so back to our chili. So, we're just going to cook that down some in there. And then we're going to start by adding some more ingredients, like some ketchup. Add about 2 tablespoons ketchup. And then we're going to deglaze the bottom of the pot. Deglazing means, you see all that stuff at the bottom? We're going to just get it all up, basically by adding a little bit of liquid. And then kind of just scrape it up. Make it a little bit spicy with some red pepper flakes. This fly is about to ruin my life. Get away from me. Jesus. So this is some complete Babadia seasoning. Not to just spaz like that on camera. And then we need some tomato sauce. But the funny thing is, my can opener broke. And I've been meaning to get one. But I just didn't. Haven't. So I'm going to do something that's very, very crazy. And we're not going to record this. We're not even going to talk about this. But I have to get this open. So you need about a half of a cup of tomato sauce, tomato juice, diced tomatoes, whatever you have. But this is actually diced tomatoes. So I'm going to use about a half a cup of that. All right, so now that we added that, we're just going to let this simmer on low for about 10 minutes. Carrot dogs. Bread. I'm getting so excited. Okay, so corn. This is simple now. I'm just going to take it out of the husk, and then I'm going to rinse it off, put it in a pot of water with some salt and some butter. And that's it. And when it's done, I'll sprinkle a little something, something on it. Okay. Cut it in half. This is for my corn. drop those in there. And then I'm gonna put these on high and let them boil away and season them with a little bit of salt and pepper. Just let them do their thing. All right. So now, while everything's finishing cooking up, I'm going to go ahead and put together some of my slaw dogs and some of the chili dogs. So, I'm excited. Oh, so I need some mayonnaise. I put mayonnaise on my hot dogs. Do you like mayonnaise on your hot dogs?
Does it taste like mayonnaise?
No. It tastes better.
Well, I eat mayonnaise.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, yes. It tastes like mayonnaise then. I'm so excited. This better taste like a hot dog. Otherwise, I'm suing somebody and I'm calling the police. Okay, so. So now I can get the coleslaw. The chili is done. So I can put this chili here. All of our toppings. What about the baked beans? See how they looking? Delicious, scrumptious. Baked beans are done. Look at them sizzling away. Let me stir them. So we're gonna make does this have an expiration date? I feel like that's not supposed to be that color. It's made. So we're not gonna have any cheese on our hot dogs. So we're just gonna go ahead and put together these chili coleslaw dogs. But if you just like quickly looked at it, you could think. Excuse me. No, you just gotta like quick glances. So, ketchup. You're a hater. And if you love this, this is actually some honey mustard that I made for some Korean dogs I made a while ago. So we're gonna use that. My mouth is watering. I feel like I'm gonna check my fridge for some more vegan cheese too. I'm just gonna do that one with just chili. This one's gonna be chili and relish. All right, I found some cheese, y'all. So vegan cheese on this one. So that's a chili cheese dog, a chili relish dog. Then we're gonna do a chili coleslaw dog. We got options. Oh, that looks so good. Okay. That looks so good. And then this one, what should this combo be? What should this combo be? So my last one's just gonna maybe do just coleslaw. And then I'm gonna add some like jalapenos on top to maybe add like, you know, sweet and spicy jalapeno. Right on top. Spicy. All right, y'all. So that's done. Now we can go ahead and plate up our baked beans and our corn. Yummy. Couple pieces. I even do all of them. Turn them this way. And then I have this sriracha salt that I got. It sounded really good. I was like, spicy salt. I like that. I don't even have the time. Sriracha salt on the corn. Oh, there we go. Our complete seasoning. So a little bit of that too. This is like a vegan barbecue. Now that I think about it. It looks like it. Look at that. Beautiful. So it's tasting time. So I'm gonna go ahead and fix myself a plate. I've already fixed myself some blueberry lemonade. Doesn't this look delectable? I know. Maybe I'll show y'all that recipe some other time. But now I'm gonna fix a plate. Get some beans. A piece of corn. And a hot dog. I'm gonna get the one with chili and coleslaw. Yeah. The moment of truth. Alright, y'all. So I'm gonna try the baked beans first and work my way up into the carrot dog. So again, if you've never tried ground beef or vegan beef in your baked beans, try it before you judge it. Okay? It's like sweet and smoky, slightly spicy. Yeah, it's really good. Corn. I put some sriracha salt on this, so we'll see. That's delectable. I need a napkin. I'll have one. That is so good. Now that's my one of the truth. Carrot dog. Okay. Does this taste like a hot dog? Kind of. It's actually pretty weird. Wait. Let me try that again. I'm legit speechless right now. Okay, so it doesn't have the texture of a hot dog because it has still like a little bite to it. But I swear to God, I swear on everything I love, if you put this in front of me and was just like, oh, it's a hot dog, eat it. Eat it. I would have ate this and I wouldn't have thought anything of it. I'm super impressed. Honestly, y'all, this episode has had me kind of speechless. That's why I was looking crazy in the face like that. I was actually stuck. This is amazing. And y'all have to try this recipe. It's a whole bunch of other people's recipes all jumbled together to make like one super amazing recipe. So y'all make sure y'all try this. Thank y'all so much for watching until the end. And if you make this, be sure to tag me. Obviously, comment, like, subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Do that. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see y'all next time in my kitchen. Bye.